Hey there, Hal Runkle, author of Scream Free Parenting. This is your Ask Hal question. How do the principles of Scream Free apply to kids of all ages? I get this question a lot because you're most concerned about the kids that you're raising into adulthood, and they are of a particular age, and you want to make sure that it applies across the spectrum. And the reality is, yes, we've always said that Scream Free Parenting is for parents of all ages with kids of all ages, because what we try to do most is teach principles, not techniques. Techniques are all about how do I change this particular situation right now, and it's something I do to something else to affect the outcome I'm wanting. Well, that's not what parenting is, first of all, and those only work in certain situations. Parenting is about building a relationship with a separate human being to help lead them into their own adulthood. That's what parenting is. It's not techniques you do to something else to get it to behave the way you need it to. It is developing a relationship where you can lead them into taking full responsibility for their own behavior so they get themselves to behave. And those take principles that can be applied in a variety of situations and a variety of ages. And that's why we teach principles, like parenting is not about kids, it's about parents. That's true whether or not you have a newborn, and it's true whether or not you have, like I do, a 20-year-old and an 18-year-old right now. It's totally true. It's about me, because I'm the only one in the equation I can control. So it's got to be about me. How do I want to behave in this situation? And that's different when I have a newborn keeping me up all night, or I have a toddler annoying me over and over and over again, or I have a middle schooler who's going crazy with hormones, or I've got a 20-year-old asking for my help evaluating between internships. What needs to happen is I need to concentrate on my responsibilities to her. That's what I need to concentrate on, and that's all I can do. So that principle applies. Let the consequences do the screaming. That principle totally applies. I don't need to freak out and give them the false impression that their behavior is powerful enough to make me freak out. And that's whether they're a toddler or a teenager or a 24-something, right? They make mistakes. You know what? My job is to stay calm and connected regardless so that I can help them walk through all the consequences. And that means sometimes I have to enforce those consequences. But my screaming is not going to be one of those consequences, because that's just not the way life works. And it prevents them from learning what life actually wants to teach them through that situation. So that's a principle that applies in all circumstances with all ages. And you will find that's true with all Scream-Free parenting principles. We believe in them that much. We have tested them, we have taught them for over a decade now in 19 countries. We hear from parents every day about how it applies, and it's amazing, they surprise us. But that's why we firmly believe in these principles, and that's why we teach these principles. There's lots of other questions and answers to be found on the Pause platform. I'm Hal Runkle, and this has been your Ask Hal question. There are tons of other questions and answers on the Pause platform, but always post one to our Facebook page or send it to askhal@screamfree.com.